Chemical composition of plasma membrane. Plasma membrane contains lipids 40%, proteins 52%, and carbohydrates 8%. Lipids. Four classes of lipids are present. Phospholipids. These are the most common lipids in plasma membrane. Sphingolipids. Glycolipids and sterols such as cholesterol. These lipids possess both hydrophilic and hydrophobic ends. So these lipids are termed as amphipathic molecules. Phospholipids can be acidic or neutral. Acidic phospholipids include sphingomyelin. Neutral phospholipids include phosphatidylcholine and phosphatidylserine. Cholesterol is absent from prokaryotic cell membranes. Cardiolipin is a lipid which is present only in inner mitochondrial membrane. Second chemical constituent of plasma membrane is proteins. Amount and types of proteins are variable in membranes. Myelin sheath has less than 25% proteins. Membranes involved in energy transduction, such as the membranes of mitochondria and chloroplast, contain 75% proteins. Plasma membrane contains 52% proteins. Proteins of plasma membrane fall into two types. First type is peripheral or extrinsic proteins. These are weakly associated with plasma membrane and associated with lipids via electrostatic interactions. Second type of proteins is intrinsic or integral proteins. These proteins tend to associate firmly with plasma membrane. Both of these extrinsic or intrinsic proteins can either be ectoproteins or endoproteins. Ectoproteins. These are present at outer or at extracytoplasmic surface. Endoproteins. These proteins are present at inner or at cytoplasmic surface. On the basis of their functions, proteins of plasma membrane are classified into three types. Number one is structural proteins. Number two is transport proteins. These are also termed as permeases. Number three is enzymes. Some of these proteins act as antigens, receptor molecules, and regulators. Structural proteins are lipophilic. Lipophilic means lipid loving and form bulk of plasma membrane. Enzymes can be ectoenzymes or endoenzymes. Transport proteins transport specific substances across plasma membrane. Carbohydrates of plasma membrane. These carbohydrates are present only at extracytoplasmic surface. They are present as short, branched or unbranched chains of oligosaccharides. These carbohydrates are attached to proteins to form glycoproteins or to lipids to form glycolipids. All of these carbohydrates are formed by combination of six principal sugars, which are glucose derivatives. These six sugars are D-galactose, D-mannose, L-fucose, N-acetylnuraminic acid, N-acetyl-D-glucosamine, and N-acetyl-D-galactosamine.